okay. It's me yelling out okay. We've had Paddy problems this morning. We're at my house, and whenever Paddy comes here, he knows where the treats cupboard is, and he thinks that there's something he wants in the cupboard, and that there's something hidden in there, which there isn't. So we've taken all the cupboard out just to prove it to him, but he still wants to see everything. So yes, we'll endeavour to carry on. And yeah, Virginia's just doing a sound check at the moment, and we've got my lovely niece here. Virginia came round, and next thing, Sarah turned up, so that's really good. We'll turn it round in a minute and you'll be able to...
We've got sound.
Yeah, we've got sound. So, hello everybody, nice to see you, thank you for joining us, and what a beautiful day. I'm sort of sitting with my head cut off because it's a bit low. It's just, ooh, it's a daisy. Let's just maybe hold it up for a few minutes and then we'll get Ginger to turn it all round. Yes, so I woke up early and I went and did my march, which was great, and oh, so happy that the rain has stopped and we've got a bit of sunshine at last. And I sat and had morning coffee sitting on my front porch, which was delightful. And I've done a bit of work this morning, and now my lounge is like a holding station, because everything I'm showing you today will be going up to the malt house, which I'll be doing this afternoon. I will be dashing up there, sorting all that out, and then dashing back to go to Bristol for 5 o'clock, going out for something to eat with my lovely friend Karen, and then we're going to see, who are we going to see? It's like a soul band, The Real Thing, or Real Thing. So that'll be fun. So it's a bit of a full-on day today. And then we're going to be doing a tabletop, what would it be, James? Like a tabletop sale in the Sharpness Village Hall. And Virginia has been instrumental in organising it all. And we've booked out, or Virginia's booked out all the tables, and it's to support the village hall, and there'll be all sorts of things there. So if you get a chance to go along, what time does that start?
10 till 1.
10 till 1, and I think Nick's coming down as well, and we're going to set up from about 9 o'clock. And if you want to come along, we'll have paint on there, we'll have some of the small stuff that we sell, we'll have some general bric-a-brac, and I've been doing some decoupaged shells, and I'll probably take those down as well, and I might even be doing a few while I'm down there just to show people how to do it. So that's on the agenda at the moment. Caroline Campbell-Hill, hello my lovely, nice to know you're there. Yeah, has anybody else felt that they don't really quite know what to wear at the moment? So, you know, I sort of feel like it's sort of autumn. I took my boots out the other day and put my boots on and thought, doesn't feel quite right, so took them off, and in the afternoon I was wearing flip-flops. I thought, this is really bizarre. And does anybody else feel like they are crash landing into things? It doesn't seem to matter how many times I look at my diary and how organised I think I am, I still seem to crash land into things and think, oh my god, I need to get all the stuff ready for that, and I need to be organised for this, and I'm always doing it by the seat of my pants. Yes, you can hear Paddy's in the background letting us know he's loud and live. So are you all done sharing, Ginge? We can turn the camera around.
No, I'll just navigate my way over there.
I know. Well, when people see what the state of the lounge is, they'll understand what you mean.
Right, I just need to take this out and put it on the other way around. Why can't I do that? Oh, sorry. Come amongst yourself. Trying to do this.
Paddy,
Turning the.
that's it.
He's gonna get.
I'm going
Can you
to
hold that
doggy
side of the
ball.
screen a minute?
Which
Just
side?
push that side so I can push that. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
All right. No.
Yay. So we can turn the camera around and just see what Sarah's trying to do. I think the ball has gone underneath the sofa. This is my lovely niece Sarah, and she lives just around the corner from me, and she's come round this morning to join us, which is fantastic. Just be careful of that jug beside you, Sarah, that doesn't tip over. So yeah, if you just do a quick pan round, you can see, I was thinking the other day that when I had the shop, obviously I could take in new stock and I could put it out in the back kitchen, and I could put it behind the desk so nobody could really see it, and I could work on it when I had time to do it. And then I'd come home to a house that was relatively tidy and wasn't sort of all jammed up with loads of stuff. Now that I haven't got a shop, it's a different ball game altogether. My dining room is full, This is very often how my lounge is.
So we stopped moaning about the shop, now we're moaning about the things in the house.
Well, no, I loved being in the shop, but I love not being in the shop more. So I really do enjoy it, but I have got to learn how to pace myself. Now that I'm not structured in the shop, I do tend to go a little bit crazy. And by the time I sit down in the evening, I think to myself, I absolutely cannot move another muscle. So I do need to work on that. Right, so let's have a little look. Some of the things you will have seen because we've put them on, and you may have seen them already. Some of the things are new. I finished painting this yesterday. I put it onto Instagram and Facebook. It was bright pink, painted by somebody who I'm pretty certain must have been blind, and they used a bucket to put it on with because it was horrendous. So after I'd sanded all the sort of the paint off it, I repainted it using Smooth Operator, which is actually part of the wall paint brigade of Frenchic paints. And using the wall paint to paint furniture, I absolutely love. It's a dead flat matte, the wall paint, so you don't actually need to seal it with anything. But because it feels ever so slightly rough, it makes my teeth go funny. And so I like to put a clear wax over the top. In fact, you can use browning wax or any of the other coloured wax. This would be very nice with white wax over it as well. But for the purposes of keeping this one very simple, I've just sealed it with some clear wax. And I bought some oversized china knobs to put on because I just think they look super smart. And I haven't put this white star on it yet, but I did think actually, doesn't that look nice with it? But having said that, I've already started to do some rough sanding on this, and I'm going to sand up this tin, and I'm then going to hang it in the garden so that it goes a lovely rusty shade, and I'm hoping that that will be beautifully rusted up in time for Christmas, because you all know how I love a bit of rust.
I thought you were going to say how I love Christmas.
We all know that's not going to happen, that's for sure. I put these two lamps up here. I've had these on the website, not the website, Instagram and Facebook a little while now, but these are available and I've got them here. They're on the books for $79.95 for the pair. Really lovely light with these, but if somebody wants to make me an offer, please do, because I could do with them being gone now. I put this on yesterday. It's on for $10.95. Little distressed candle lantern. Just put a little tea light in there. The base on the inside is done with metal, so there's no damage or no danger of it catching fire. And for $10.95, I think, well, we've got Halloween coming up and of course Christmas, and those can look really, really pretty. I put this on this morning. It's a big old plant trough. You'll put your plant pots in it. It's pretty knackered, it's pretty worn, but it still works, and I think that filled with 3 of the really big orchids, or 2 actually, because you know the big orchids, you would only get 2 plant pots in with that, but how elegant would that look? And it's decoupaged on both sides, and that's on for $22.95, and I think that's absolutely gorgeous. These 2 things I haven't put on yet, but I will, but I thought I might do a YouTube on this. This is an oak pediment. It's all beautifully carved. And I'm wanting to do a little YouTube video on using the jollop on this. We call it the jollop. You are
actually hearing you saying these
I know,
words.
and because I've said it out loud, I'm going to have to do it now, aren't I? But the jollop is made up of linseed oil and methylated spirits. There are 4 ingredients, and I can't remember what they are. But when I do the video, you can see.
That's because you need Nick's brain.
I do, and I've got it all written on the jar. But I will do this and use the jollop with some wire wool, and that will suddenly come to life, and it'll look absolutely sort of as if it's been nutritioned, for want of a better word. And then that one will go on, and I'll get Nick to put some sort of a hook on there so that it can be hung nice and flat on the wall. And then along the same sort of lines, because we moved the paint cabinet from the malt house downstairs to the downstairs concession, just to make it easier for people to find, I had to take this off because the ceiling wasn't quite as high, and I think this is a really lovely carved pediment, and if somebody wanted that to go on their wall, is that all right there? Because I'm sort of right in the sunshine, aren't I? Can you see that? I haven't priced this one up yet, but it'll probably be something in the region of about, I don't know, £65. And actually these look absolutely fantastic over the top of a doorway. So that was just painted in Loof from the Lazy range, which is now called Blackjack. Actually, they've changed the name. Then I put this mirror on. Don't know how you want to do that so that you can see it without having your reflection. I know how you don't like to be on camera, but this mirror was actually hanging in my hallway for many years, and I recently painted up a foxed plate mirror, and I really liked it, so I thought, well, it's time for a change. So instead of selling the other one, I'm selling this one, and that one is on for good question. I have put it on my Instagram page. I think I had it on for 185, 175, something like that, but it's only just gone on, so if you want to find us on the Instagram page or Facebook, I have listed it. And it is a lovely mirror, and it has got a shelf on the bottom, so it was always very handy to keep a lipstick on the bottom, so that if you had to do a quick sort of lippy check before you open the front door, you could.
What's the height of that mirror?
That's on Insta as well. I haven't put the label on it, so I need to put the label on because I can't remember offhand, but it's a good sizable mirror, that one. Right, what else? Few sort of small things. I've still got some of these little bottles. These have been doing really well up at the Malthouse. I'm taking some more of these out. These are $1.95. Just nice for sort of little individual blooms, just to make a little flower display. Or you can put your basil into them. Speaking of basil, I put this vintage loaf tin on today. It's a really nice old-fashioned one. It's sort of all been riveted. And actually these, standing on your kitchen windowsill with your herbs in them or your cactus plants, these can look really, really nice. And that's on for $4.95. So if anybody wants the tin there, that's what it is. I've got a whole load of these. These are red, beautiful Christmas candles. I've put them into threes and tied them with a bow of raffia, so they make quite nice gifts. But they're also really, really useful, and dare I say, coming up to Christmas, they're the right colour. And they're £4.50 per bunch of 3. So they're really, really good value as well. And at the moment, I've got something like, I don't know, 20, 24 bunches. So if anybody wants some Christmas candles, do get in touch. So I'll pop those there. And this is my last remaining number plate. So if you have a house that is number 14 and you want one of the most gorgeous, really heavy cast iron signs, that's $44.95, and I think that is absolutely lovely. Just very simple, but very, very stylish, quite French.
Target audience, yeah.
Yes, anybody who has a number 14 house, do get in touch, caller. Do get in touch. Then I bought this the other day. Couldn't resist it. I'm not a meat eater, and I certainly wouldn't be having carved anything for Christmas lunch or anything like that. But I actually wondered whether that might be quite nice on a dressing table, even with this sort of higher platform for putting things on. But it's only $12.95, and I just thought for a lovely old vintage piece of china, I thought that was really quite nice. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's got some very clever ideas of what that could be used for apart from meat dishes, etc. Last week I think I showed you this plate, and I said I was going to work out how much it was going to be and try and do some research. We couldn't actually find an awful lot about it, and we certainly couldn't find one that matched this china that had the sort of the hanging loop there. It is just a very old plate. We think it's probably Blur, B-L-O-O-R, Derby porcelain, and it is very old. But the fact that it's such a striking plate and it could hang on its on the wall, and that's on for $19.95. Then I was drawn to this. Now this sort of takes me out. Does this remind you of Grampy Holmes? He used to have a room with a picture shelf around it, and it was filled with Toby jugs, and there was probably 35, 40 Toby jugs around the edge of the room. And as a child there was only one I liked, and that's because it had a fish for the handle, and I hated all the others. And you know, when he passed away, they got distributed around the family, and I thought, great, I'll never have to see another Toby jug again in my life. However, this sort of modern take on Queen Victoria, which is actually a limited edition, just struck me as fun. I love the handle. You know, we've got the red hat here, we've got Albert, we've obviously got her favourite spaniel, we've got the crest of arms here, and we've got the ceremonial elephant. I guess part of the empire type sort of situation. And that's a Royal Doulton Queen Victoria limited edition jug. And if you look them up online, they're seriously expensive. They really are. I've put ours on for 105, which is well below the asking price on the internet. So if anybody just thinks that she would look pretty cool on the shelf somewhere, then you need to get in touch with me. And this one is actually number 860 out of a limited edition of 1000. So I think she's nice. I just quite like that. And I really love the veil effect on the back. She used to wear that sort of net veil thing, didn't she? Then I had these two very tall flower basket buckets, which are always very useful and I think very attractive. These could be used indoors or outdoors. So any florists or florist shops or anybody wanting to do a bit of interior styling in their boot rooms or anything like that, then I think that these are really quite nice. I think they'd look really nice filled with lots of dried hydrangeas and what are those things that look like poppy heads but they're not? They are the ones, the onions, alliums. Dried alliums would look nice in those, and those come with the nice tall stems. Look at that. Sarah's obviously done a bunk and taken the dog out just so it doesn't interfere with us, which is kind of her. The only other thing here was a bowl, not a bowl, a tin waste paper bin, which I thought was very nice. It's on for $18.95, a decoupaged, nicely shaped, very good quality waste paper bin. And inside it I have a few little odds and sods. I've got one individual ugly mug here going up to the malt house today. That's $5.95, handmade pottery. Just thought that was really quite stylish. And I did put onto the internet a set of 6 of these really very nice little coffee mugs, and I did actually try one to see what it was like with real espresso in the morning, and it feels nice. It's nice. It's not too thin, too thick rather. And these are all handmade, and I thought they'd make a nice little set. And now I can't remember what those are on for. They're not a lot of money, but they are on our Instanet pages, so do go and have a look at those. And even yes, they're all blurring into one another. And then the last thing to show you this morning was a mirror that I painted a while back. It was a sort of fairly broken down old mirror, but still plenty of life in it, so I've used a very sort of textured finish, and I've put that on for $95. But again, if somebody wants to make me an offer, please do. It's got a proper old chain on the back of it. It's an old mirror, but it's been sort of revived enough to be able to you know, get some good wear out of it.
What's
still
your favourite thing in here?
My favourite thing in here, actually, I really do quite like the chest of drawers, I have to say. I just think it's simple, it's striking. I think if somebody had a seaside cottage, it would be absolutely fabulous for that. I just love that blue. I think it's a really sophisticated blue, and I love oversized handles. And I do particularly like white porcelain, and I love crackle glazed as well. So that's pretty much it. I moved a book this morning when I was putting all this stuff down. Look, then I found a picture of me when I was probably aged, well, it was back in 1963. Yeah, I don't mind. I was just looking at it because, look, my hair hasn't changed much, has it? Same style, just it's white now. Or should we say silver? So it did make me laugh. Hasn't changed in all those years. So,
Right, well done.
that's it. So if anybody's around and can come and see us at Sharpness tomorrow, that would be lovely. And if not, then probably next week we'll be up at the Malt House maybe. So we'll see everybody then. So enjoy the sunshine, have a wonderful weekend, and thanks for coming to play with us this morning. Take care. Bye bye.